Okay, so to overcome some things which are not possible inside an inheritance, they introduce the interfaces concept. So, which is a very important topic. That's why in the tomorrow's class, we'll start with the interfaces. Now itself, we'll again discuss about the super keyword, access control, and the final keyword. And moreover, the introduction of an interfaces. Okay. Let me share you a slide. Again, I'm going to tell you because these are very important things. Okay. Okay. Yep. So access control in inheritance. What is the access control? We are having 4 keywords. Only 3 are visible. One is a default. So what is an access control? Each and everything, how you are going to access that. So we are having public, private, protected, and a default, which is not visible. So if we didn't mention anything in before a variable or a method or a class, we consider that as a default. We consider that as a default. And if we mention a public over here, which we consider it as a public, and a private, and as well as a protected. So each and every access modifiers we are having, which 3 are visible and 1 is not visible, which we call it as a default access specifier. So for that, we are having how we are going to use this access control over inheritance. So inheritance is a concept of getting the properties of a parent class towards a subclass. This is the main concept of inheritance. Every time it is not possible. So let me show you this one. Yeah. So which is not possible inside some conditions. So this is a single inheritance that consisting of a class A and a class B. So it is going to acquire the properties of A by using extends keyword. And here this is the multi-level, which we are going to acquire the properties of a class A by class B. And here the class C extends the properties of a B. This is a hierarchical, which is also possible. But here this hybrid, and where is that one? I deleted that. Okay. So multiple inheritance and hybrid is not possible over here. So which is a contradictory thing, because while we are acquiring the properties of at a time, which is not possible. See this one. So class D is acquiring class B and class C. So how we are going to do that? Let me show you an example for that. So if you know these conditions and all, then only you will understand the interface concept. There will implement one way, I mean, in some other location, we declare somewhere. So at the time of that topic, I will tell you about the relation, how we are going to acquire some properties which are not possible inside an inheritance concept. So multiple inheritance is not possible. Multi-level inheritance is possible inside inheritance. So to overcome multiple inheritance, they introduce a topic called interfaces. Once you declare that, and then you are going to use so many times that you can implement somewhere else. So that was the main concept of interfaces. Okay, let me share you. Okay, so I declared a class, and here I'm going to take class A and then class B, which we call it as, this is a declaration of a class, and there are 3 classes. All are declared. This is the declaration of the class, and this is the declaration of the class. This is one more declaration. So here we are considering public for the main class because this, okay, let me close all these things. close other tabs. Yeah, see this one. So here we are having a public access modifier to the main class. I'm considering for the main class as a public because this name has been saved as a class name. For this, I didn't mention the public. If you saved the name as A, you have to mention a public over here, which you won't allow because this name has not been saved with the same name of a class. Again, I'm going to tell you, if you mention a public over here, you should save the name of that class over here. See, test class. If you mention a public to another class, see this one, class A is public, should be declared in a final name called a.java. So it should be inside a.java. But here, this is a test class, which I mentioned over here. That's why I mentioned a public access over here. Okay, let me remove this one. Okay, so what is a multi-level inheritance? Oh, no, sorry. We'll go for the multiple inheritance. See this one. This is a multiple inheritance. So the hybrid is the combination of multiple and hierarchical inheritance. Once again, I'm going to tell you what is a hybrid inheritance. It is a collection of multiple and hierarchical. What is an hierarchical? This is a hierarchical, that B and C acquiring the properties of A. Okay, and see this one. So class D is acquiring the properties of B and C, which we call it as a multiple inheritance. So B is acquiring, sorry, D is acquiring B and C. Let me show you that one. Again, I'm going to take one more class. This is class, sorry, class C. It should be a capital letter. So if I want to acquire the properties of A and B, so C is going to consider A and B as a parent class. Let me use a keyword called extends. Wait a second, my application got stuck. Okay, thank you. So here, how to acquire the properties of A and B? By using extends keyword, capital A, comma, capital B. So which is not possible. So multiple inheritance is not possible. Class cannot extend multiple classes. Please remember this one. Class cannot extend multiple classes. Okay. We go for hierarchical. What is a hierarchical? That it is going to, one class is going to acquire the another. What is, let me share that one. Every time I need to share that. Okay, this is the hierarchical. So class B is acquiring class A's properties as well as class C is acquiring class A's properties. How it will be happen? Let me show you. Okay, let me declare as A, and here extends A. So which is possible? Hierarchical inheritance is possible inside a Java. So multi-level inheritance is also possible in Java, but multiple inheritance as well as hybrid inheritance is not possible. What is a hybrid inheritance? It is a combination of hierarchical as well as a multiple inheritance. Please remember these words, you'll get confused, like multiple inheritance, okay, as well as hybrid. So these two are not possible inside an inheritance concept. For an information point of view, they mentioned. So if it is not possible, why they mentioned, you can ask like that. Don't ask me like that, okay? So here, it is not possible. For that point of view, they said in this way only. So this is hierarchical. What just I use it right now. This is the concept of hierarchical. multiple inheritance as well as hybrid inheritance is not possible. So to overcome these concepts, they introduced interface. They introduce interface concept. Okay, just this is the introduction of an interface. This I'm telling you the introduction only, because this is somewhat a different topic. So you need to understand. The tomorrow's class will discuss the complete reference. We'll take a complete reference and completely we'll go through the topic. Okay. So now itself, I'm just recalling each and everything. There is no need to worry because these are the important things right now. Okay. This is a hierarchical inheritance, which is possible. Okay. Now I'm going to take the final keyword. In the yesterday's class, I think the section 2 students, they didn't know about this. Maybe, okay. Let me delete this one. Now I'm going to declare a variable int I is equals to 10. Next, private int j is equals to 20. Okay. Okay. The class A consisting of one private access modifier. This is a concept of access control over inheritance concept. So for the public, protected, and the default doesn't matters for the inheritance, but in the concept of a private only, the inheritance concept will think somewhat different. It will act like it different. Okay, so it has been declared over here, and then I'm going to extend the properties of A so that this subclass or a child class is going to acquire the properties of A class. Okay, let it be. And now itself, this consisting of, let me declare, again it got stuck. Okay. Should not show the error. What are, 1 second. There was a problem. What is going on? Okay, this is the main class. Okay, even I'm also like idiot or what. See, inside a method only we can access system.out.println. I think this I'm telling right now. I think if you don't have any idea about that, okay, void test. This is the method I'm going to declare inside this class, B class. Let me declare that one as system.out.println. So let me tell you one thing. Directly, you can't write this inside a class. I even forgot that. See this one. It throws an error. Okay. It should be inside a method only. It should be inside a method only. System.out should ask for the method. So if you want to print anything, please go and access from the method only. It is not possible inside a class. Please remember this one, which is also needed. Right now, even myself also, I did the mistake over here. Okay, this is a method which is available inside a subclass, which we call it as a subclass. Okay, and then there is a private word. Let me okay, so inside a main method, I'm going to create an object for the B class. B object is equals to new. Let me tell you one thing. So what is the question? If we make inheritance of a combination of single and multi-level, already single I mean, multi-level is a combination of single only, right? So why you got this? I mean, question I didn't get you. So because multi-level is a combination of two singles. That doesn't matter actually. Then hybrid inheritance is possible. How it is possible? It is not possible hybrid. Hybrid is not possible. So here what you asked, inheritance combination of single and multiple is possible. But sorry, multi-level is possible. Multiple is not possible. As well as a hybrid is also not possible. Hierarchical, multiple and single. Only these three things are allowed. The multi-level is a combination of two single inheritances, and hybrid is a combination of hierarchical as well as a multiple. But hierarchical is possible, but multiple is not possible. That's why hybrid is not possible. I think you got the point. Okay, whatever it is. So I'm going to create an object. Okay, just you buy a laptop with a good configuration. Just I want to tell you that. That's it. At least you need a graphic card. Okay, just I'm going to create an object for this class, a child class. Then be off. Even mine also stuck. Gain. See, again and again is going to stuck. Even I'm also suffering a lot for this. Okay. B dot, there is a test method. Just we have to run this program. Let me refresh my screen. Okay. So see this one. So here I created an object and I'm going to access this method. So if I'm going to access B dot J. So here, see this one. J has a private access. So which we can't access that one. So if if I use a extends keyword and I'm going to acquire the properties of all the things available inside A, but here J is not allowing. Why it is not allowing? Because his access modifier, the A's access modifier of a variable J having a private. So access modifier over inheritance concept by using a private keyword, which is not possible. So the class A is like, okay, this is your laptop that you are having somewhat information in your laptop. This is the second laptop. And they are asking like, please, can you share the information to me? Okay, there is an inheritance concept. So that's why just this laptop has used a share keyword like extends keyword and asking for A. A allowed the access and saying that don't use all these things. Don't use all these things. You don't have that access. Only use this value only. So if you want to print that one, let me. Okay, if I want to access B dot I. So I is accessible because this keyword only allows this variable only, which is a default access. Check it out, whether it is a public or not. Okay, public also accessible. Okay, we'll go for one more access modifier, protected. Okay, protected also accessible only at the time of a private access modifier, which is not allowed inside the inheritance concept. So only B of I, which is the object of a B, has been created inside a main method. I'm going to access I only, and J is not possible. And in the yesterday's class, I mentioned like a final keyword. What is the use of a final keyword? We will start with overriding concept. I'm going to declare what is an overriding. Each and every class having the same name. So this is a method. This is a method. So it has been overridden. So that's why is overridden in B. Okay, then we'll go for the B. Is overridden in A. So the names of the methods should be same, which is equal to the constructors also, and the return type should be same. Okay, I will mention this as a super class. Okay, this is a super class. So only test is going to access that one. If I mention like final over here, the overriding is not possible. The main concept of a final is to create a constant and to restrict overriding inside an inheritance, as well as to restrict inheritance concept also. So here test cannot be overridden test in A, because this mentioned a final. Please don't access this. I'm having already final over here. Please don't go and modify that. So this method consisting of a super class, and this is a subclass. If you want to access this one, please remove the final over here, which is overridden. If you mention a final over here, which we cannot allow overriding concept. Okay, so method overriding is not possible. Okay, whether inheritance is possible or not, let me check it out. If you mention final to the parent class, inheritance is not possible, cannot inherit from a final class. So if you mention a class as a final, which is inheritance is not possible. These are very, very, very important things inside a Java. These keywords plays an important role. Final, super, as well as this keyword. These keywords plays an important role. So here I mentioned a final over here. Okay, let me delete this. So final doesn't allow inheritance concept, and final doesn't allow overriding concept. Overriding, when it will occur, only at the time of inheritance only overriding will occur. If you mention a final inside, I mean, before the method itself, overriding will collapse. So there is no need of inheritance. Okay. And what is a super keyword? So the super keyword is used to access directly the parent class. This is a super keyword which we are going to access directly this class. So if I'm going to remove this one, it should throw an error. So the test, what is the test? There is no super. If you extend anything, then I will know that there is a parent class. If you didn't mention anything, how could I know that? Super will ask in that way. Okay, it's my words. The super won't ask that. Okay. Extends A. Okay. So here, if I mention extends A, okay, then the super came to know that, okay, this is going to access A. What is an A? A is this class. This is a class having a test method. Okay, then I'm going to access what are all the things available inside this class. Okay, let me run this program. So here, one more thing I want to tell you. So there is no need to create an object for this. Directly, we can create an object only for the child class, and then you access this one. Let me run this program. Yesterday's class, I don't have that much time to explain. That's why just right now I want a chance to explain in detail. See this one. So here we created an object for only a child class. This is a child class and this is a parent class. I didn't ask it to print this one, but here directly inside the method, I mentioned super.test method. So what is a super? Super in the sense, we'll call the parent class as a super class also. We'll class the child class as a child class. Even myself also I'm going to remember this one. Okay, that doesn't matter. This is a child class or a subclass. This is a child class or a subclass or sub parent or super. Okay, I think you got the point. So now the super has been done without creation of a super dot test. How you are going to check it out? See this one. Only subclass is going to print the values. Super class cannot be accessed. See this one. Only a subclass is accessed. If you want to access this one you have to create an object for the parent class. But instead of that, directly write a super over here inside the method of a class B. Directly you can access this one. Okay, this is a major concept inside the inheritance. So what are all the things we covered? A final keyword. Let me share you the slide. Okay. Where is that? Yeah. This is the final keyword, which we are going to use in a 3 ways. One is for the constant creation for the variable, and then next for the restricting. I mean, in the usage of a class, inheritance is not possible. In the usage of a method, overriding is not possible, which is restrictions will be happened. So once you declare a final, there are 3 uses. If in the examination point of view, if they ask you to write about the final, you have to write all these 3 things. Okay. And then there is a super keyword, which is what is the use of a super keyword? There is no need to create an object inside the main method to access what are all the things available inside a super class. Directly we'll use a super keyword, and then inside directly we'll use a super keyword inside a child class, and then we're going to access that one. That is the main reason of a super keyword as well as a final keyword. And you have to know about this keyword, where this keyword will be useful. Let me tell you one thing. So not in the sense of this, actually this is a method overriding. So when you use an extends keyword, so if you are going to acquire the properties of A, these 2 methods will be overridden, but it will be in the sense of a constructors also. Even I forgot to tell you that one. I think I shared in the document. Just go through the document. There is a constructor overriding or a constructor overriding methods. Overriding methods and constructor overriding is also there. I already shared inside in unit 2. I think Sudhakar sir also shared it to you, I think. Okay. What is constructors and all? Yep. Yes, I want to delete this one. This is a lunchtime, right? Just I will conclude it in 2 minutes. Wait a second. So if you want to create a constructor, what is the declaration of a constructor? You have to mention the name of a class. Okay. So it should be the class name and there should be a braces. That's why we'll call this as a constructor methods. The methods are different. The constructor methods are different. You should not mention like void. So it will be considered as a method and it should be the small letter. If you mention a void or something else before the constructor, the class will consider this as a method. Please remember this one. This is the main thing you have to remember. If you mention anything before a constructor, see this one, it has been highlighted because it is going to use the constructor. If you mention a void over here, it is not highlighted, which this class is going to consider this one as a method only. This is the main difference in between a constructor and a method. There is nothing before this. If you mention access specifier over here, see this one, which is also possible. Access is possible, but return type is not possible. Okay, remove this one. I want to conclude this. So how the constructor overloading will happen? There should be overloading concept is this one. Let me declare this class. Why it is showing error? Because already a default argument constructor has been declared. Then why again you are going to do this? If you are going to overload that, you have to mention at least one parameter. This is the second one. This is the second one. And if is there anything, this is the 2 augmented parameter. Sorry, 2 augmented constructor. So I want to delete this. So if you want to access all these things after the creation of an object, directly all these constructors will be accessed. So this is called a method overriding. But when we are going to use, method overriding, this concept will collapse. So it should be like same. There should be another class over here. Okay, let it be in the tomorrow session. I'm going to discuss the same topic. That doesn't matter, but you have to know the difference between method and a constructor. Okay, in the tomorrow's class, I'm going to tell you about this overriding concept. After the completion of this, we are going to discuss about the interfaces, which is a very important topic. Please do not quit the topic. Okay, please make sure that be online. Okay, thank you. You may leave now. Sir, is it possible for hybrid inheritance combination of single and multiple? Okay, the question was from 506, right? Okay, okay. I'm going to give you a clear idea about this in the tomorrow session. Before 5 to 10 minutes, I will conclude this one. Okay, please join at sharp time, because all the other people is going to join after 5 to 10 minutes. Try to join as early as possible. Tomorrow I'm going to conclude this. That doesn't matter. This is a simple topic. Inheritance. Okay, let me copy this one so that it is very easy for me to identify. And please remember that tomorrow join the class as soon as possible. Okay, thank you. You may leave the class. Tomorrow we'll discuss this.